Hi, Gerhard Bloom here, once again looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So, in case you didn't know, an obese man in a dress recently won the Miss Greater Dairy beauty pageant in New Hampshire, right? It's a beauty pageant. An obese man in a dress won the thing, right? This is cruel and it's deeply unfair. And of course, the female contestants who did not win had to surround him and celebrate this fraudulent victory, right? Because otherwise they would be accused of bigotry and transphobia, right? If this dude was actually a woman, he'd be a very ugly woman, right? Absolutely obese, and besides that, hardly the very picture of beauty, right? It's awful. This tyranny of leftist delusion needs to be fought. In increasing numbers of cases in athletic events, trans women, aka men, are simply crushing the female athletes, right? This is manifestly unjust. It is cheating. Our agreement to participate in the polite fiction that trans people really are the gender of their choice should not extend this far. No, no, no. Is it unfair to trans women? Or no, it's not unfair. In life, there are choices, and choices have consequences. No one is forcing anyone into gender transitioning, right? I don't think it's unreasonable to exclude trans women from female changing rooms or female sports, right? If a trans woman, aka man, undertakes the bottom surgery, they've demonstrated a real level of commitment to this fraud, right? But if they've got a male package, they belong in the men's room. I don't care if a guy walks in a dress in the men's shower room, he's got a package, he's in the right spot, right? This is backstage, fine. When he gets his dress on after he's worked out and he's walking around in public, I'll pretend he's a woman for all intents and purposes, right? And, they want access, that's the price you pay, right? Women don't have penises, men don't menstruate. There's absolutely no reason to install tampon dispensers in men's locker rooms, right? If you're in a men's room and you have a little box instead of a package, you are at risk. Most men are not rapists, right? Most men are not rapists, but rapists, they're men, right? And I go to a 24-hour gym. There's no cameras in the locker rooms. Now, a woman in her changing room at 2 o'clock in the morning does not need to be surprised by some man washing his junk in the shower beside her, right? It's outrageous. And a trans man, i.e. a woman, she's got a little box, she's in the men's room at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's dangerous, right? There's nobody out looking out for her, right? So it's an unpleasant truth, but, trans women should not be in the men's room, right? And have you seen the announcements of men giving birth, right? This reminds me of a story my mother told me when I was a young man, right? When she was a child, she went to the fair, right? The local fair. Outside the tent was a sign saying, man eating chicken, right? Man eating chicken. Well, who wouldn't want to see this wondrous creature, right? Well, after throwing a nickel into the jar, my mother walked in. There's a fat guy on a stool eating a drumstick, right? This is the reports of men giving birth, right? If you've just given birth to a child, this is an unambiguous sign that you are a man. No matter what you profess to be, what you wish you were, you're a woman if you just gave birth, right? Everybody knows this. I know this, you know this, trans people know this. But children do not know this. Children are being fed a steady stream of ideological nonsense instead of basic biological facts. They're being taught this racist, critical race ideology. They're being taught that, gender is a spectrum, and, if you're a boy and you're attracted to other boys, you just might be a woman trapped in a male body, right? It's poisonous nonsense, right? And lives are being destroyed. Bodies are being damaged and lives are being destroyed. I hope you will check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon now in audio format. You can get it on Audible. It's not important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.